So he never would have had children.
Yeah.
He just would have been an eternal priest or something.
Yeah, I know those rabbis talked about him begetting immortal children and stuff, and I understand their idea, but in my view, he just never would have been 13, so he never would have had kids, but I don't know.
Huh, that's interesting. That'll be something I'll have to talk to somebody about. Like, hey,
Yeah.
that's interesting, though.
And something else is important to keep in mind is that Adam, as I refer to him as an immortal priest, but he's not immortal in the sense that Jesus is, raised with a spiritual body. It's like in that 1 Corinthians 15 passage, it talks about how the first man was of the earth, earthly,
Hmm.
and the second man is from heaven. And so the first Adam, he was, he wasn't mortal. He was immortal, but he wasn't like Christ, that
Hmm.
has the heavenly body. Adam was basically just a man that was perfectly suspended in time at right before his 13th birthday, and he just sat at that point. If you want to call that immortal, it is. It's immortal, but it's not a glorified body, And as soon as he sinned, he turned 13 and his life just went forward, you know.
I see.
So,
So I guess it's hard to say how much time passed when he was successfully keeping the garden. Um,
yeah. Yeah.
I suppose.
There's no way to know, but I have a good guess. I'd say it's 69 years, just short of 70, which means something to God. And if you add 69 years to Adam's mortal life of 130 years, it has him to live 999 years, which is just shy of 1,000, which is like the millennium.
Mm.
A day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. And Justin Martyr said something real interesting. He said, even though Adam was cursed to die in the day he ate of the tree, he didn't die till much later. Why? Well, he died within the 1,000, which is a day for God. He said something like that, making a little argument. And I thought that's funny. He's making an argument like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think arguments like that are necessary. Um, when God says, in the day you eat thereof, it means in the time you eat thereof. Like, like in Genesis 2:4b, it says, in the day God created the earth and the heavens. It's like just in the time that God did this. So when he says to Adam, in the day you eat, you will surely die, it just means, should it come about that you've eaten of this, you will die. That's what he's saying. I don't know. That's my theory, though. 69 years we had the Axis Mundi.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
yeah, I wanted to share that thought with you, though, that there's one tree in the garden because there's just one ark in the Holy of Holies. So,
that is really interesting, especially since Dr. Ernest Martin already took so much time to relate so many
yeah.
parallels, and it's like, well, maybe there are more parallels, or there's,
Yeah,
and
he didn't
all
get
that
them all.
stuff. Yeah.
He didn't get them all. He saw several clear parallels that are there, but he didn't get them all. And there's a few where he's like, there's no parallel to this in the kingdom. And I think, yes, there is. I see parallels to like everything he didn't see. So the menorah, I think, is the daytime in the garden, in the cool of the day. That's when they heard the voice of the Lord in the garden. The cool of the day. Martin talks about the cool of the day, but I think that word day, I think the menorah in the tabernacle is like the trees of the garden in the cool of the day, and it lights the tabernacle, in the housed area, the holy place. And then the table of showbread, I think, represents the trees of the garden and the fruit.
Hmm.
Plentiful garden, you know. And
I
here's another one Martin didn't pick up: the altar of incense, the altar that burns right in front of the most holy place. And when the priest burns it, it would fill the holy place with smoke, and he would then part the curtain and enter the most holy place, and the smoke would prevent the other priests from seeing into the most holy place.
Hmm.
And but what that is represented by the flaming sword that turns either way. You have cherubim and a flaming sword keeping them way.
Hmm.
So there were cherubim on the curtains, but right in front of them was this altar of incense, a burning altar with smoke. And so that's got to be the flaming sword.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that's all of them. I think Martin picked up on everything else.
Just got right where he left off. That's pretty cool.
I finished it out for him.
There you go. Did he pass away?
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to the son of Bruno to get the rest.
Yep. Well, he never would have guessed there was only one tree
Yeah.
represented by the ark with the tables of the law inside. That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
So he might even agree.
He might.